I love being muted. I say nothing. All right, let's start again. Good morning. How are we? Yeah, I don't stream much. Anyway, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let's make a sword. So, I'm assuming you can hear me now. Yeah, okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm not awake this morning. It's a Saturday, and I had to get up and do random stuff this morning, which I'm not used to doing. I'm used to getting a nice bit of sleep. But because I'm doing this, I had to get up and do my house chores for the morning, which I would normally just sort of do over the weekend, but there you go. Stay hydrated, people. It's good for you. Okay, so I'm making Cronan's sword, apparently. For those of you who don't know much about me, I'm a prop artist. I work for Ubisoft Annecy. That's about it. I've been working on The Division 2 for a little over a year. and I've been advising and helping and kind of working on this project. I haven't streamed anything before, but we are going to make this sword mainly as I wanted to make something, and this was a cool example. And process is going to be pretty simple. If the music's too loud, by the way, just let me know. This is just a cool example to kind of show off, because it's not really a complicated prop. It's a really good one to showcase how to make a 3D prop, hopefully at a decent quality, with the whole kind of high poly, low poly bake workflow, which is kind of how we do most things that are of this kind of thing. Yeah. So a little about the prop. It's the sword for Cronan. It's a big buster-ish sword, I guess. Kind of like Cloud Sword, because it's fucking huge. I swear like a sailor, by the way, so if you get offended by stuff like that, then sorry. I swear at work. I swear. I'll swear here. And yeah, so I'm just going to get started. Process will be roughly something along the lines of, we're going to make a kind of a block out of the prop. Then we're going to make a mid-res, take it into ZBrush. Gonna basically sculpt all kind of the details of the sword in ZBrush. Probably make some alphas to get these kind of details, just so we can drag and drop. Because doing this stuff by hand when it's got to be really accurate is it's kind of a bad idea. It'll just kind of look a bit wobbly and a bit squishy and a bit soft. And this is technically hard surface modeling, but I like to do detailing in ZBrush, which is kind of fun. I'm going to change the music because this is probably a bit too intense for my liking first thing in the morning. What do we have that's more chill? This. For a little while at least. Okay, let's go. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind. I have the chat open so I can see what you ask. I'm not gonna narrate too much, but if you're curious as to what I'm doing, or I'll try and like keep you up to date on processes and why I'm doing a certain thing. Initially, I'm just gonna get the silhouette of the prop down. I have a concept here made by Tharet. Thank you very much. If you're wondering what program I work in Maya. Some people say that's crazy for props. Those people are stupid. I wonder how many pieces this is going to be actually. I need to think about this a little bit more. That'll be a separate piece. I wonder if that's on the other side. There are certain things that are unknown. Okay. So there's some information here which makes me think I can probably just split this into separate sections and have a nice clean. Problem is, like, when you're making something that's going from high poly to low poly, if you've got nice clean breaks in the prop, you can bake it in separate sections, and you can hide the seams, and otherwise it starts getting like to be a pain in the ass in terms of topology, and I think this will look cleaner if I just have another piece that starts here, so I can end the blade section like there. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. At least that's what I'm gonna do. A lot of this is also just gonna be making my own life as easy as possible. Up. This is a first. This is a first for me, though. Never made a sword before. Should be pretty entertaining for myself, anyway. So what I'm doing is just adding some geometry to enable me to actually get the shape. It's always fun when you do this, because then you see how you can see where it's not a symmetrical drawing. You're like, ah, my poor brain. That's fine. So I was looking in orthographic view, perspective view. So from the shading, okay. Does that go all the way down the base? Probably. Okay. What I should actually do here is, because I only need to make... Always, whenever you're doing something like this, make your life as easy as possible. If you only need to make half of an object, just make half of an object, because it will keep you sane instead of having to do everything twice. Just cut your amount of work in half, essentially. You can work with symmetry on, you can just delete half and mirror it, you can do it however you want, really. But make your life as easy as possible. Personally, I like to delete half of it, because the majority of the time you don't always really work on symmetrical stuff, because symmetry is kind of dull. It's kind of boring. I really like symmetrical stuff. So where's... So this is where you bring up reference, which you won't be able to see, but I can see it. Sorry, I'm capturing... Okay, so I'm capturing mostly just my program windows. I'm not capturing my desktop, because that would be silly. It also means that you guys will not see anything you're not supposed to see. Huh. I went and found a ton of references for swords. So I have lots of nice things to look at. In all fairness, I did actually try and get OBS to let me capture just this window, but it really doesn't want to let me do it for some stupid reason. I could try, I'm not really sure where I'm going to put it on the stream. Let me see if I can add it quickly. This, no, don't do that. We want to capture, no. Where is it? That one. No. Why do you not see it? Oh, now you just see a big black thing. That's... No, it doesn't really want to... What? Windows capture. Really? Ooh, that's not right. We'll just cancel that and delete that because... Yeah, that can go. Oh, well, I tried. I'm not a streamer, really. A lot of making this stuff is just figuring out stuff. It's like problem solving mostly. In the end, it usually ends up okay. What am I looking for? That. Okay. Yeah, we can probably just... Thing is, it's going to be hidden, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have this design on both sides of the blade yet. That might look a bit weird. And it'd be cool to have the sword looking different on both sides. Most of my job is just figuring out how to make stuff look cool, to be honest with you. I'm kind of making a bit of an arse of this because I could just... If I'm just going to make a high res, I could just boolean this. How times I do this where I'll start doing something and I realise I could just do it another way. But I don't know, this might be a better way to show you a process, I suppose. Doing stuff by hand, which can, ups and downs for doing that. Yeah. I don't really want to... I don't really care too much about topology at this point. I'm just trying to get the shapes. I'll worry about the topology later. Topology is something that can be fixed later. It's also something that, at this, for what we're actually making right now, doesn't really matter that much. Because we're just going to end up with something. Thing is, because what I'm going to do is smooth this out and see. So essentially what I'm going to do is make a model that I can smooth out and send to ZBrush and then sculpt on it, and I'll end up with my high poly. Because I'll just add a ton of topology in ZBrush, but we have to send something relatively clean to ZBrush so we get a nice result in there. And most of the time I can just smooth out in Maya if you want to see what that looks like. This is it smoothing, and where it's all fucked up is because the topology is not good, but something we'll fix later. It's got kind of a sharper... Oh, also that's too high. It's more like there. Now, does it have a... thing is, the concept doesn't really tell me if it's got what most swords have, which is kind of like a sharpened edge starting from about a third into the side of the blade. It looks like it just kind of killed us off, but I think I will shrink this in anyway. Just so we get a hint of something. I don't know, are we telling the public channel that I'm streaming this, or are we not bothering? I don't really mind either way. But right now I think it's just you guys who are watching. Don't even know if that's something I'm supposed to do myself. Professional. I think we could probably make that a bit up. Bring that in a bit. Cool. Just want a clean edge going down the blade. I feel like it's too small. I do a lot of modeling in perspective view. Some people like to spend a lot of time in orthographic, but I like to spin the model around constantly. It's kind of important that you're just constantly looking around the model and making sure you're not screwing up any particular perspective. It's really important. Disconnected from chat? Why you do this, Twitch? Oh, look at it on the monitor. Ah. Hello. Thanks, listeners. So what I'm doing is making what is the little bevel inside the middle of the blade. Try and smooth it out a bit. Ooh. It's quite difficult on something like this to see correctly. Yeah, maybe. Do that. Yeah, it's Cronans sword. Like Mark Hokins. There we go. If you guys know actual terms for stuff like this, well, you're just showing off now, as far as I'm concerned. It's quite apt that I'm listening to Fable music when I make this. Yeah. How's that coming out? Ooh, what's going on there? Ah, it's a mess. Why? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Undo everything! Oh, I see why. Okay. I've got to clean it up. Do that. Sometimes you just have to give it nicer topology so it bevels nicer. It's probably better. Yeah, maybe not. Hello, Creative Hoodie. I wonder if I can... You can bring the chat out of the window, right? How do I do that? Times of pop out. There we go. Now I can put chat nice and big on my other monitor. Yay! And I can put that there. Sorry, I'm not a big streamer. I don't stream often, mostly. Okay. Welcome to the people that joined. Thank you for the follow. I'm assuming that was a follow. Yes, White Pulse, thank you. Am I gonna have to give this even more topology here so it doesn't break? Probably. I'm not making a low poly or anything, but I'm just wanting it to. I'm not making a low poly right now anyway. I just want it to smooth out nicely when I know what to do. I think we just need to bevel that at the same time. Probably. We'll find out. How does that look down the bottom? Something fucked here. Okay. I think what we should do is get rid of that. Please, Maya, you can do it. I want to go to this edge. Why do you hate me? I swear to God, sometimes you cut to this edge. Why not? Fine. We'll just do it like that. And then we'll clean it up. This is why some people tell me that working at Maya is stupid. Those people are stupid. It does not like this at all. Okay, fine. Alright, just gonna do it by hand. The whole purpose of what I'm doing is that when I smooth this out, I'll have something kind of clean that we can work on in ZBrush. And because I don't really want to do stuff by hand in ZBrush because it will be messy. It's very difficult and a lot of extra work to keep stuff like super clean in ZBrush because so easily it can just turn to mud. And doing anything hard surface in ZBrush is better these days, but meh. To be honest, if I wasn't trying to show like manual ways of doing things, I'd probably just boolean this and then fix it in Y, and then fix it in ZBrush later, just dynamesh it all together. But I'm not. Why won't you cut from there? Just cut. Please. Just go to there. Yay! Thank you, Creative Hoodie, for the follow. What? Doesn't like that, does it? Alright. How about the other side? Okay. I just like squares, that's half the problem. And I'm a game dev, I don't like squares. Ah, there we go. Fixed all the things! Yeah, cool. Right. Getting somewhere. That's a pain because I have to do everything by hand. I don't really want to do that, but it's not the best way to do stuff, but it'll be done. That's gonna snap to there, isn't it? I don't want to do that. I'll figure it out in a minute. Remember next time to just boolean this shit. I don't have to worry about it. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. That's better. You think I'm going to use squares for retopology? You're funny. I don't work in the film industry. You mad? You must be a student. If you're not, I apologize, but the only people that think that you have to have, like, you can't have triangles when you're retopologizing. Yeah, no, that's not how that works. There's no way. The amount of cheating and bullshit you do when you're actually making this stuff. Is there a quick way for me to do this? maybe. I could just do that. And then delete everything else. Yeah, let's do that. Eh. Yeah, I'm for those who maybe just came in. I'm not doing a low poly or anything right now. That's probably going to be tomorrow. Today's just making the high poly stuff. Right. So supporting edges for this stuff. Ah, shit. No. I want to do this one. I do not need that edge at all. You can go away. That's pretty clean. Thank you, Intharth, Blech, for the follow. Alright. I feel like that's too, yeah, it is. Too small. It's not technically in the concept, but the concept is a line drawing, so I'm gonna go by reference. A nice reference has an actual edge on this. Don't like that, but yeah. Excuse me? Why would you do that? What did I fuck up? Why would you do that there? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Okay, just... random. Okay, how does that look? It's pretty clean. Kinda. Alright, let's start smoothing this out. For those curious, I'll probably be doing the whole prop this weekend, so I'll go all of today and tomorrow until it's done. I have a full-time job, so I won't be doing this during the week because I work quite long hours and it's a bit too much. Let's try and work and stream after work. But if you're interested in coming to see how this develops, then yeah, be here all weekend. I need a sharper edge here. Oh, this is going to be fun. Not. Because I don't want it to mess around with this too much. Let's just see what it looks like. Oh, fine. Did it break that? A tiny bit. I wonder if I can clean it up. If anyone does want to ask questions, you're welcome to. I'll try and answer them as I go. Ah, it's not going to be too noticeable. Can always fix it later. Gives me the edge anyway. Yay! Maybe. It's going a bit weird here now. It's because I've got so many supporting edges here. Alright, let's do that. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. Symmetry. X. Q. So my job is pretty much to try and make objects look as interesting as possible. Mostly focused on silhouette. I kind of live by the rule that silhouette is king. It's kind of the most important aspect of any prop, in my opinion. In game props, you kind of want to keep stuff recognizable from any distance. You need to be able to tell what it is. I mean, in our case, we're making a sword, but you need to be able to tell what it is from like a good distance away. Yeah, it's a bit different to what Lee does. He makes stuff that move. I make stuff that move as well. Not as often. I'm certainly not the one in charge of making it move. Something you will learn very quickly is that I hate animation. I have no patience for it. I have a lot of patience for this. I have no patience for any kind of animation. I hate it. Hate doing it. That's what's throwing me off. That needs to come out a bit. But not everywhere, just up there. I can straighten that up. So when I'm not working on swords, I work for Ubisoft, and I currently working on The Division 2. If any of you are interested in that, although I can't actually talk too much about it. But it's going to be good, I can say. I'm biased because I work on it. I'll do. Cool. Well, it's a decent enough start on that anyway. Let's go start making other bits. Where's it gone? Okay. So we need a hilt. Need this section. I don't have too much detail, so I guess I'll kind of make it up as I go along. Why not? Yeah. Sorry, my phone. Oh, that sucks. Can't really see what's there. Yeah, it's the Fable soundtrack. Not actually sure how much longer this playlist has to go. Oh, fucking forever. That's fine. I listen to random stuff when I am working. This is one of them. I'm going to put it there because I want to. Concepts are just more like guidelines anyway. Unless you have an art director who tells you otherwise. I should probably have posted that I'm actually doing this on my various social media, but I think I did it on Twitter. Did I? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. It might help to actually mirror the sword for now, so I can get an idea of how thick this is. Oh, I don't have my stuff from work. Oh, that sucks. I have a bunch of in-house tools that I use at work, and I don't have them here. Now I have to use Maya's inbuilt stuff. Yeah? No, I want to do it in that axis. Go. Fuck me, it worked. Did it actually combine it? I don't use a lot of, you know, there's stuff that Maya can do. Use in-house tools. Alright. That is very smooth. And no, we're going to do this by hand because it won't be sharp enough otherwise. Please just do it straight away. Why is it doing that? What? Oh, yeah, no. Bad, Maya. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Up. Better. As long as it actually merged these bits. Okay, good. Okay, cool. What these are supporting edges. Yeah, supporting edges for when I smooth it out, so we still get to keep the hard edge when it's smoothed. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's one bit done, more or less. Yeah. That'll do. Best professional model software. It depends who you talk to. I work in Maya. Depends what you want to make as well. Maya is better for characters. Most environment artists will tell you max for environments. I just happen to have been trained in Maya when I learned this stuff. So I know Maya. I don't know max. Some studios work purely in max. Some studios work purely in Maya. Some studios let you use either. Doesn't really matter. Depends on the job though. Like, if the studio's level artists all work in max, you kind of have to work in max because they'll have like a bunch of software, and it makes it easier for you to like work with your colleagues if you need to like share files or anything. But in my position, I'm a prop artist. I never have to like I push my stuff to the engine, and that's kind of it. I never have to share my work files with anyone really, which is great. That's not going to work, Joe. Probably do that as well. I know that Maya is more used in the film industry, like a lot more. But I've tried to use Max, or some people have showed me Max stuff, and I'm like, bleh. Don't like it. It does, but it's like both packages of software like do things differently. Maya does things way better than Max in some cases, and Max does things that it's actually less that it does now that's better, but it's usually preference though. I would say that it totally depends on your job if it's like an industry standard. I would say that there's certain programs you definitely have to know outside of Max and Maya, like ZBrush and Substance Painter, and I don't personally know Substance Designer, but it's very useful if you do know it. But I get by with doing everything in Painter, and yeah. One day I will take some time and actually learn Substance Designer, but I've been saying that for years. Still haven't done it. So there's not always enough time. This is where the concept is a bit I kind of just have to make it up because I don't have enough information, but it's fine. I do this all the time. It usually works out alright. I'm not really sure what this is. I know that this looks like some kind of blade. Well, it looks like it's sharp. Thank you, Markins, for the follow. It looks like it's like a sharp section of the hilt on the front. I guess it's for catching blades or something. I don't know. In my head, like everything that I make is supposed to be functional, but sometimes people just make stuff to make it look pretty, or design stuff to make it look pretty, which for someone like me is not always useful. But I'm being kind of messy here with topology because I don't care about my topology right now. It's not important. It's just about getting the shape. The rest is kind of unimportant. What do you mean, Markins? We'll do retopology later when I make a low poly. Just not now. Because right now, it serves no purpose. I don't know what... There's some kind of shape there. We'll figure out what that is later. Let's just get the basics down. Spoiler, I've never made a sword before, so this is a learning experience for both you and for me. Honestly. But it's pretty much like everything else. It has a shape. Just make the shape. By the end of today, we'll have something. I should have a high poly by the end of today, I think. Depends how it goes. Tomorrow I can just spend the day making a low poly, making it down and texturing. Which is actually the fun part. Actually, that's not fair. I like doing this bit as well. Yeah, do that. So I need an edge loop that kind of goes around like that. Okay. Where does it go to? I've kind of only got these kind of lines to go by, which is a little frustrating. But we'll deal with it. What's that? Okay, so that's like another section on the front. Or maybe. I don't know. Let's just get the shape first. Yeah. Will do. Let's get rid of some of this shit. Don't need. Okay, these are just annoying me now. Okay. What does that connect? Huh? Right. There, sold. If in doubt, delete it. Hello, my Edge. Thank you. Man, I'd actually love some popcorn, boo. Love popcorn. I haven't been to the cinema in ages, man. Popcorn. It's difficult for me to go to the cinema in this country because they very rarely have any films in English. And I don't speak French, which is weird because I live in France. Which always gets me a weird look or two from the people here. Da fuck? I think all this ornate stuff, I might just do it in ZBrush. We can just get this shape down first. This kind of looks like it goes in a bit, and then we get this weird shit around here. All of this, I think I can just sculpt that on later. Thank you, Electro. Do I work with concept artists? Yes, I do. Really depends. I'm also in charge of a lot of stuff that gets outsourced. And most of the concept work is done for outsourcers. In-house, we obviously have a lot of concept art, but not everything requires concept art. And usually, if they can, they will just ask the artist to use reference and just make it up as you go along. But if there's anything like super specific, then yeah, I mean, my preference is to have concepts for absolutely everything I work on because it makes life so much easier when you have concept, like so much easier. But it's not always the case. Well, it's usually not the case. So you just have to get on with it. You don't normally get given a lot of choice in that. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on um, like what the work is, you know. Like if I'm making something that is, you know, something that already exists. I mean, you don't normally need a concept. You just use reference. Although there's lots of kind of legal stuff as well. Like usually for games, you can't just copy stuff that already exists. You have to change stuff as you go, um, so that you're actually it's not like a duplicate of something that exists. Because you're going to make money off the game, and if you making money off something that you know someone else made because you're copying the visual style or whatever. Yeah, it's a mess. So the amount of times where I'm asked, it's like, "Hey, make this," but we don't want it to look like that. We want it to look like make it. No, what's my best favorite phrase? Make it past legal. Yeah, okay. We need this, but we need it to pass legal, so we need it to not look like what it is, but we need it to... Oh, God, fucking hate doing that. I mean, it's fun because you can get a bit creative, but Jesus Christ. We need it to pass legal. I don't know if this is particularly entertaining to watch, by the way, but this is the job. So strap yourselves in until I finish this, and then I'll actually do some detailing later, which I know most people are more interested in seeing. But I'm not necessarily here to entertain, I'm here to make a thing. Yeah, no, yeah. Maybe. It's kind of it's a very sharp edge here. So let's do that. Do I want that there? I don't know. Maybe. So what else do we have? That goes to there, and then we have another edge coming off here, which is fine. We can do it from here. Whoop. Okay, enough Fable. Let's get something else. Need to wake up a bit, so we're gonna get some Jet Set Radio. I'm making a It's not even the high poly. I'd call it the mid-res that's going into ZBrush. Then it will be high poly. Later. That is not the edge we are looking for. What is with Rita? Oh, you've been watching Lee too much. That's your problem. Yeah? I mean, it's following the shape in the drawing, but it looks wonky as hell to me. I kind of want to round it out. It actually annoys the shit out of me. Like, I kind of want, like, I just want this to be smooth. And it's not. That's gonna drive me nuts. I mean, it's what the drawing does. But it looks silly. I don't like it. Nah, I'm not doing that. I gotta smooth this out. It's gonna annoy the shit out of me if I leave it like this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's gotta be round, boys. Shit's gotta be round. Yeah. I think you bring it to a point. What you mean here? This area? What do you mean, Boo? I don't know what you mean. I have no fucking clue what's going on some of these places, but I'm gonna make it up as I go along. So there's another shape here. Oh, this bit? Eh. I mean, it's a bit difficult to read in the concepts. I think it could just be a point. Probably. I don't know. It's kind of like, when I only have a perspective like this, I just have an orthographic view. I just have to make it up as I go along. Make it look cool. I mean, I don't have reference for something that looks exactly like this, because it doesn't exist. Thing is, like, something that looks super pointy like that makes me think of something that's kind of evil. And it might come across as a bit too evil, maybe? I don't know. Because the character isn't really like that. It's not really his thing. I mean, sure, there's like... It's a big-ass sword, but not every big-ass sword needs to look like it was forged in Mordor. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. How it develops. I'm a wonderful monster. I don't know. Mordor's stuff is just like spiky. Spiky, raw iron, bumpy. That's what comes to mind when I think of stuff that was forged in Mordor. That's gonna annoy the shit out of me as well. But the line is pretty clean for now, so Whatever. Kind of want to round that bed out as well. But it's so easy. Thank you, Squish, for the follow. I don't want to go too off shape. Just enough to please my eyes. That's better. Maybe. Oh, what now? I'm going to move on to a different area, I think. So what the hell are we going to do here? Huh. It kind of looks... It looks like it goes to there, actually. Not really sure what this bit is. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. What did I do? Oh. I done fucked up, boys. Bugger. Okay. What? Oh, okay. No, go there. There. Sometimes you and me are gonna have a conversation about why you suck. There we go. Kind of want to see what it looks like when it's all like goes to a point. That the edge goes to like, whoop, like up here. So that's where I'm going. Yeah. I like it. You've got a kind of a crescent moon thing going on, but yeah. This might be a bit thick. I think it's probably gonna be too thick. Too thick, too thick, too thick, too thick. Missed one. Try and follow the shape of the blade. I don't really want it to be a complete point here though. Might look a bit strange. Because the blade kind of, it's like this is part of the blade. I don't want to do that. be a pain in the ass to bake later. That might look really strange without a nice trim here. It's difficult to read. I'm just gonna make it up. Yeah. Kinda want... I'll figure it out. I will... Why you do that? Oh, okay. What is going on down here? Okay. Squiggly lines. What's that going to look like? It kind of looks like from this shading that this part at the base is a bit thinner. That reminds me of like the tail end of a wing or something. Not sure. I can't really, I mean I can thin it out here, but I can't, it'll have to thicken out again for here because this is where the this is where the handle's going. Yeah. I'm gonna think about this one. What? I did not press that button. Maybe I did. Okay. I'm gonna think about that while I work on another part. If in doubt, work on something else until you can figure out in your brain how to do the part that you're not really sure what to do about yet. Everything I do starts as a basic shape. In this case, it's not a cube for a change. Let's do that to that.